This year has sped by, and so far there have been less incidents than you might have expected. It has neither been catastrophic as many prophesied, or fulfilled the promise of changes that are to lift you up. Yet, your consciousness levels have increased quite substantially and ascension is still assured. Looking all around, it is apparent that the institutions that have held prominent places in your world are in stages of collapse from which there is no escape. The truth is expected, revealing much about them that shows how they have manipulated events for their own advantage. You are even becoming aware that they have had an agenda for a very long time to enslave you and gain world control. You can see how near they were to achieving their aims, and also the great movement amongst the people that have awoken to their plan and defeated it. You are the ones who are taking over and deciding the destiny of your civilization. You have the power to determine how the end times work out, and you are visualizing a peaceful transition that is creating the timeline that will complete the cycle according to your intent. However, Mother Earth also has a say in it and desires to carry out a cleansing as part of her preparations to ascend. The more you send out love and light to her, the more easily will the end times pass. Naturally, the expected changes will commence very shortly, as the new age must be launched so as to break up the old paradigm. The new one is waiting to be introduced, and its benefits are to shared by you all. Completion cannot, however, take place until you have ascended, as those who are the dark ones are not to be the beneficiaries of that which is for those of the light. The changes will come and new governments will take over from the old guard. Financial changes will go ahead to ensure that there is never a repeat of the corruption that is bringing them down. That will certainly happen soon, and our presence will be acknowledged, enabling us to draw closer to you. Regardless of what you may have thought, there is no rush to complete the changes before ascension. Indeed, the process was always going to run into the new year, when we will have a greater opportunity to work together. We need those who are of the light to be part of our teams, using your skills and knowledge for the betterment of all. Then we will all really be able to rapidly move ahead, knowing that we would not be impeded or deliberately delayed in our work. Everything you expected to take place will do so, and as progress is made, you will find that it will take you further than you thought possible. It will be a wonderful time that will see you relieved of all of the old problems that have held you back. It is time to go speeding forward and move into a new world that reflects your upliftment into the higher dimensions. There will be ample facilities, including the cities of light, where you can be healed, as you are to be fully restored to a prime condition. Eventually, you will also be able to reverse the aging process and return to a youthful appearance, and so it will go on until you become a galactic being. All of these changes await you, and they are not too far in the future. Think positive about them, and you will be helping manifest them much sooner than we have allowed for. While the cleansing takes place, it may appear that all is in some state of disintegration, and that is true to the point that the old ways and systems have to go. Anything that cannot hold up in the higher vibrations clearly has no place in them. So do not despair or get depressed, as all is ready now to replace the old systems. All will arrive in good time, and you shall eventually need for nothing at all. We know from our own experience exactly what you will require to settle down in the higher dimensions. The Galactic Federation of Light has unlimited resources and personnel that are fully versed in what is needed to be done. Unbeknown to most of you, we are still very much engaged in keeping the Earth clear of pollution, and but for our efforts, it would be far worse than you aware. In the future, there will not be a repetition of the pollution you are used to experiencing. The use of polluting-type machinery or installations will no longer be necessary or allowed. Instead, you will have new methods of operation that will be clean to use. The biggest changes will be in your present forms of travel, and the combustion engine will eventually disappear from use. Not only that, but the new vehicles will be much quicker and safer to use. They will be using free energy, which is our source of power for our craft. Everyone will have use of them, and they will be absolutely pollution-free. These changes have been planned for a long time, and are ready to go ahead as soon as it is safe to introduce them. Naturally, we are very keen to meet you, and are doing all we can to move things forward. Disclosure is creeping in through our allies' efforts, but we obviously would like it to be speeded up. However, the more people that become aware of us and our mission, and learn of the purpose which is to see you through ascension, the nearer you will be to meeting us. Of course, there are still those who for different reasons desire a different outcome to the changes. They attempt to confuse people with messages of disinformation, but if you are well informed, they will not deceive you. Always use your intuition and be prepared to change your beliefs if you are sufficiently certain you have the truth. I am Kenneth from Sirius, and bring you our love for your great efforts to bring this cycle to a speedy conclusion. There is not long to go before you will become more involved in the end-time activities. There may be some disruption to your normal life, but it will soon settle down. We are bound by universal law to apply ourselves in a way that does not interfere with your free will, so we cannot just speed up events by imposing ourselves upon you. The Dark Ones know this and still interfere because they do not acknowledge the laws as we do. However, if matters do not proceed within a certain time frame, we will be authorized to take more direct action,